Hello everybody, my name is buzzycombs and welcome back to the 100 Baby Challenge. Today, I'm going to have 5 more babies and I'm going to build them a farm-themed home because I am running low on food, and while I might have farm animals behind me, I do not have a supply of crops. Before I do that, however, I've noticed that Izuku here has acquired the career of being an archer, and just like Besley, he goes out to fight mobs. And so, to keep him safe, I'm going to grab myself a bunch of my diamonds and craft him a set of diamond armor. Now, where the heck did he even go? Oh, here he is. Hi, Izuku. I am going to interact with you and gift you several pieces of diamond armor. Oh my gosh, that is such a weird response. But now he should be geared up whenever it comes time for nightfall. Now, however, I need to find my wife. That way, we can get to baby making. And we have ourselves a baby girl. And this lovely little girl shall be named Ruby. Now, I think a nice place to put this build would actually be down here in this little crevice. But I kind of don't like the shape of the crevice, and I think it'll be really cool if I cut down this mountain right here and turned it into a cliff. And so, without further ado, it's time to get to digging. Alrighty, so my terraforming is now complete, and down here I'm going to situate the home for my 5 new children, and I'm also going to turn it into a massive field of crops. But before I begin on that, it is time for little Ruby to become a toddler. Oh, hello, Ruby. Oh, you look just like Arachne. Aww. Alright, Ruby, now that you are alive and in the world, I'm going to set you in a crib and get you another sibling. And our second child of today is a boy. So his name is going to be Noah. And now that I have Noah, Journey and I are actually going to go off and find ourselves a jade cliffs, because a jade cliffs has pine trees, and I want to build my 5 new children's home out of pine. And luckily for me, it looks like the jade cliffs is actually right off this way. And now I'm just gonna get to chopping these pine trees. Oh, Noah. Hi, Noah. Oh my gosh, you're alive. Oh my gosh, he has small eyes. Wait, that is so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, my axe isn't broken, but it is very close to it, and it is too dangerous for my child to stay out here. So I'm just going to call this lovely little mission complete and take my son home. Now, I wonder, can I sleep with Noah on my shoulders? Oh my gosh, I can! He sleeps on my lap. That is so cute. So now what I'm going to do is take all of this lovely new pine wood, and I'm going to go down here into this new little valley I've carved out and get started on building a home for my new children. So first, of course, I'm going to start the house by building up all the pillars. And you know what? I actually think I've changed my mind, and I'm going to tear this down, and instead, I would like to build it over here. All right, and now that the framework has been laid out, I'm going to strip all these logs so they can show their beautiful green underlayer. And before I make more progress, it is, of course, time for Allison and I to make another baby. Our third child of the day is another baby boy, Anthony. And yes, he is not my firstborn son, as the commenter requested, but I still felt the name was cute, so of course, we have our little Anthony. Now, for this lower layer of the house, I was thinking that the walls could look really cute if I used a special variation of diorite, but I only have 44 diorite, and I definitely don't think that is enough for the walls, so I'm actually going to go on ahead and mine up this massive pocket over here. Oh, hi, Ruby. Oh my gosh, you should not be here. All right, come on, let's go home. Oh, you okay? Oh my gosh, I was suffocating her. Good to know that I can suffocate my children. I should probably try to not do that, but I am actually done mining, so this works out just fine. All right, Ruby, feel free to run around up here while Dad gets to work on turning some diorite into sanded diorite. Oh, and little Anthony is now born. Oh, he's so cute. Hello, Anthony. I love you. Let me give you a hug. Yay! Alright, so in order to get sanded diorite, I need to use this mason's workbench. And with this, I can go down to here and just make a bunch of it. And now that I have all the sanded diorite, I'm going to start filling in the wall. And now that the walls are filled in, I'm going to dig a 2x3 hole on both sides of this pillar. And surrounding the holes will be a cute little door frame. And so here is going to be the doorway into the first 2 bedrooms. And now I'm going to carve in a couple of windows. And another little doorway on the side of the building into the 3rd bedroom. And now with everything carved up, it is time for our 4th baby of the day. And it is another boy. And so I'm going to name this boy Grant. Hi, Noah. Oh, you look so cute. I'm going to give you a hug and also say hello to my other children because they all deserve hugs. And you, Allison, you too deserve a hug, especially with how many babies we've been having. Now that we have little Grant, I actually think it would be super cute to build the roof out of redwood. So I'm going to quickly head to the local redwood forest, and I'm actually just going to chop down a single redwood tree. Oh, look at all of the stinking wood. And I now have almost 5 stacks of redwood, which is definitely more than enough to build a roof. And next, I would actually like to find myself a dark forest because I think a red roof would look so cute with the dark brown trim. Alrighty, I'm back home and it is time for little Grant to become a toddler. Oh, look at him. He's got very steely gray eyes. Oh, he is so cute. And has enough time passed for us to have another child? Nope, not quite. But I'm sure we're almost there. Anyways, though, now that I'm back home with all the supplies I need for a roof, what I'm going to do is turn a bunch of these dark oak planks into slabs and start building the roof. And now I think it is finally time for us to have our 5th and final child of the episode. And this time, we have our second baby girl of the day. And her name is going to be Afsana. Alright, and with the roof trim all nice and finished, before I start filling it in, I would actually like to move on to filling in the floor with maple wood planks. Because I feel like this color of brown fits the green so nicely, and I love it. And now that the floor is all filled in, I'm going to start adding this beautiful redwood to the roof. Alrighty, and with the roof all nicely filled in now, I'm going to start adding the walls to the upper floor, which are going to be made out of the green pine wood. Oh, and I accidentally had my child. Oh, hello, Afsana. Oh my gosh, you are so cute. Well, it's nighttime, so I'm gonna bring you up to the main house where you can sleep soundly without mobs eating you.
Hi there.
Oh my gosh, Noah? He has such a deep voice. Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
Hey.
Ruby has a deep voice too. What about you, Anthony? Do you have a deep voice?
Hello.
Kind of. It's not as deep as your siblings, though. Oh, that's so funny. All right, and now that the upper floor is finished, I actually need to build a way to get up here. So what I'm going to do is make a bunch of maple stairs and slabs. So with this, I'm going to build a little staircase on the side of the building, and then a maple slab walkway. And I'm also going to add a little extension to this that kind of wraps around over here. Because rather than just having a farm all the way down here, I'm also going to add a small garden up on this balcony as well. And I'm actually going to cut this down right here and keep the balcony limited to this side of the house. Now I'm going to make a bunch of trapdoors. And with these trapdoors, I'm going to add a banister to the stairwell. And I'm also going to use them as a fence for the upstairs farm. But I'm going to use actual fences for the walkway back here because knowing my luck, my children are going to walk straight off the balcony. And now that the build is technically finished except for the interiors and the windows, I of course need to add some torches so we don't have any hostile mobs spawning in and around the builds. And now that everything is lit up, I'm actually going to add all the beds. And before I get to adding the windows to the build, I'm actually going to move in my children so they have a place to sleep. Hello! I want you to follow me. And now with my swarm of children in tow, I will set your homes accordingly. And now that all my children have their homes designated, I need to get them some windows. And so I'm just going to mine up a little bit of sand from the riverbed. And while that's cooking, I'm going to grab a few bits of cacti, throw it into the other furnace, and use the green dye to make some lime dye. Now I'm going to make some lime-stained glass, turn it into glass panes, and with this, I'm going to make some raster-stained glass panes because I think they look so cute. Hi, Allison. How are you today?
So today, I saw a spider. It was huge, so I ran away.
That is a very valid response, Allison. I, too, would run away from a 3-foot-tall spider. And now that I have all this glass, it's time to fill in the windows.
Ah!
Oh my gosh, wait, what? Huh, we have an iron golem. That's interesting. You know, you're supposed to be out there, not in here, dude. Let me quickly break a hole in the wall and just push him out the door. And I can't seem to place the wall back, so I'm also going to destroy the balcony and just push him off because I don't want him up here. If I'm going to have some sudden unanticipated guards, might as well have them doing their job properly and actually be in a spot where they can defend my children. Now I can just repair this all. All right, and now that all the windows are added and things are nice and safe now, I would like to move on to actually decorating the rooms. Now, firstly, I would like to decorate this room right up here, and I think it would look so cute if I made it super plant themed. And so what I'm going to do is scroll through the deco bench and collect a few of the items frames I think would be a great fit. And now with all my Gecko Bench items, I'm going to go on ahead and start decorating.
Ouch.
Really, guys? You're jumping off the stairwell? But why? Do I actually have to put a freaking guardrail on this? Alright, I guess I will. I don't want my kids to die of fall damage, so I'm gonna have to say goodbye to these cute little trapdoors and just cover this with fences. Hopefully this will be good enough to keep my kids from falling off. I think it should be good, but I never know until they try. I've also just realized that I completely forgot to add decor to the outside, so before I go on and start decorating my child's room, I'm actually going to do the exterior first. But when I was preparing my materials to work on the exterior, I noticed that one of my children was in danger. Oh my gosh! You okay? Why is the game green? Why are you coughing? Are you sick? Oh my gosh, I think Kai is sick. I don't like this. I'm sorry, Kai, but for the time being, I'm going to lock you in your house because you were just attacked by a zombie, and I think he might be infected. Anyway, so now that it's morning, I'm going to grab myself some rose bushes. And with this new plethora of rose bushes, I'm going to add a couple of cute little planter boxes beneath the windows, as well as a couple of stairs, a cute roof right here. And there we go, the outside is all finished. So I would like to start off decorating this room by adding some leaves to the roof, like so. Next, I'll add a little table by the front door with a cute little vase on top. Then I'll add some spice racks up here, a little dream catcher by the window, a live, craft, and love sign by the bed. And that right there is all the Gecko Craft items I have, but it is not the extent of the decorations I would like to use. Rather, the next thing I would like to make is actually a green cushion. And to make a green cushion, I need 6 wool and 6 feathers, which will make 16 cushions. Okay, that's a lot, but who's to complain about extra cushions? So what I'm going to do is grab myself 6 wool and kill some chickens so I have 6 feathers. And since I've massacred a few of them, I'm just going to throw some more eggs. There we go, that should rekindle the population. Anyways, now that I have all these supplies, I'm going to throw the wool and feathers into the crafting table and grab myself all these cushions. And I'm not gonna need all 16, so I'm just going to dye 2 of them green. And I think it would look super cute to have them right in this corner. And now, if I want to, I can gaze out the window. Alright, and now that we have the cushions, the next thing I would like to do is craft a plant ladder. And to craft a plant ladder, I need some slabs, ladders, and 2 flowers of any kind. But before I do that, I think I would like to go and give Kai a little check-in, see how he's doing. You're still green. Why are you still green? I don't like that your name tag is green. And you're still coughing. Okay, sorry, Kai, but you have to stay inside. You're in a little bit of a quarantine. And honestly, for extra measure, I think I'm just going to board up the door until I'm certain that Kai is okay. Because if he is infected, I really don't want to risk him coming outside and burning to death in the case of him becoming a zombie. Anyways, I'm going to grab myself 4 alliums, 6 ladders, and a few slabs. And with these, I can craft myself some trusty plant ladders. And it also looks like I can make myself some hanging plant shelves, and I actually hear a spider right out the window. So I think that is the perfect candidate to get me some string. Now, if I just throw this all into the furnace like so, I also have myself a hanging plant shelf. Now, I think these ladders would look so cute next to the bed. And I think instead of having the pot right over here by the door, I'm instead going to scooch it over by the window. And the hanging shelf, I think would look so cute next to the door. Now, I would like to add a cute little carpet to the floor. And the last thing I would like to craft are these green fairy lights. And to craft the fairy lights, I need glowstone. And that means I have to go to the nether. So to prepare for this dreadful nether trip, I'm just going to empty out a bunch of my inventory so I have less to lose. And I'm also going to gather a stack of building blocks. Oh, and I can't forget, I need to wear myself some golden armor and a sparkly new shield. And now it is time to jump into the dreaded nether. I mean the nether. All right, I'm in. And now I just need to find myself glowstone. Perfect. Oh, and there's some next land level. That's awesome. Honestly, I'm just going to mine up this entire vein of glowstone because I never want to come back in here. Alrighty, and now that I have myself this glowstone, the only thing I'm missing is string. And I am completely out, unfortunately. Unless, can I make string? I can make string with silk. Oh, thank goodness. Never mind. I'm good. I don't need to go and kill some spiders. So I'm just going to throw this string and this glowstone into the crafting table. table. And I'm also going to grab myself some green dye. And just like that, we have ourselves 4 green fairy lights, of whom I'm going to hang on this wall over here. Alrighty, and now this room is officially decorated, and I think it is so cute and so cozy, and I love it. And now that this bedroom is finished, it is time for me to move on to the next one. And for Afsana's room, I think it'd be super cute if I made it really pink and cutesy. So I'm going to add a cherry bedside table, a little diary, a little wastebasket, a cozy lamp, some adorable hanging hearts, and a little shelf on the wall over here with a lava lamp on top. Next, I'd like to make the adorable pastel flower armchair from the Cluttered mod. And to make that, I need some peonies, pink wool, and wood. Now, do I have any peonies anywhere? I don't think I do. So, I guess I need to go off on a little journey. Now, I think the easiest biome to find peonies in would likely be a flower forest. So, I'm going to start a search with my nature's compass and travel about 3,500 blocks away to find one. Oh, peonies! Yes! Oh my gosh! I don't have to travel another 2,000 blocks! I've got plenty in this adorable forest over here. What biome is this? This is a Mediterranean forest. Good to know. If I ever need peonies again, I can come here. Ooh, it also has a bunch of calcite. That is very good to know. Alrighty, and now that I'm home, I just need to get myself 4 bits of pink wool. And now I can make myself a pastel flower armchair. And while I'm here, I might as well make myself some pink carpets as well. Now I'm going to put the chair in this corner right here. And I'm also going to make an adorable little heart-shaped carpet in the middle of the room. Oh, hello. Hi, kids. Why are you all up here? Anyways, though, the last thing I would like to add to this room is actually a cake. So, to make a cake, I need 3 buckets of milk, a chicken egg, 2 pieces of sugar, and 3 pieces of wheat. So now if I throw this all into the crafting table like so, I have myself a delicious cake. And now I'm just going to set this tasty little morsel on the shelf right here. And just like that, our adorable little pink room is finished. Now the next room I'm going to do is this one, and I think it'll be super cute if I transformed it into a cozy little book nook. And so to do that, I'm going to need to make myself a bunch of bookshelves. And unfortunately, my sugarcane supply is struggling to grow, so I had to do a little bit of research, and I learned that you can actually make paper through tree bark, which is a farmer's delight item that is acquired through the cutting board. So what I'm going to do is chop down a bunch of my cherry trees, and with this wood, I'm going to make myself a cutting board and start chopping some wood. What a marvelous perspective of wood being chopped by Buzzy. How does it feel to be a piece of wood? Fantabulous! I sure hope so. Alright, and now that I have a stack of tree bark, I'm going to throw it all into the crafting table and make myself a stack of paper. Now I just need myself some leather, so I'm going to go ahead and kill a few of my cows. And now I'm going to make a bunch of books. And with these books, I'll make bookshelves. And now I'm going to fill in the room with a bunch of these bookshelves. And with this last bookshelf, I'm actually going to break it, and I'm going to place the books on the shelf like so. And now I think it'll also be cute if I were to add a couple of paintings to the wall. I think these two are so cute and very fitting for a library. Now I'm going to put this desk under the paintings. Oh, that's too low. Oh my gosh. Like so. That is a lot better. I'll set the chair in front of it, a stack of books by the bed, and an even taller stack of books besides the desk. And lastly, some bookshelves above the desk. And I also think a cute little fat lamp would look adorable on this bookshelf right here. And just like that, the library room is finished. And as I was going on to prepare to build the next room, I decided to check my MCA mail and realized some dreadful news. Buzzy, it is with great regret that we have to inform you of Scarlet's death. You're sincerely the mayor of Saltmount? Wait, how did she die? Oh my gosh, and it's raining. I think the sheep house is cursed. I've had 2 daughters die in it already. I think what I'm going to do real quick in order to find my daughter's grave is actually hop into spectator mode and fly around to see if I can find it anywhere. Oh, why is everybody over here in the village? Is this where she could be? Guys, I actually have no idea where Scarlet died. Oh, no! Oh my gosh, Worcestershire sauce died too! I was too busy looking for my child's grave! Oh my goodness, what the heck? This is awful! My children are all dying! I couldn't find Scarlet's grave, and now Worcestershire sauce has joined her. Are you serious? Well, I'm going to get a daffodil and a poppy from my chest. And with this corkscrew, I'm going to properly lay my children to rest. Worcestershire sauce, may you rest in peace. And Scarlet, whose grave is missing, and I have no idea how she died. May you rest in peace as well. And I'm going to see if I can make any graves by any chance. Yes, it looks like I can. So I just need a bone and 4 pieces of cobblestone. And unfortunately, since it is not Scarlet's proper grave, it is unmarked, but it is better than nothing. And now, as is the purpose of this challenge, I do need to make another baby. And we have another baby girl. Now this girl, I believe I'm going to name Astrid. Oh man, I can't believe we lost 3 children already. I think what this calls for is a campaign for light. I need to make this area a lot safer because as of right now, it is apparently not sufficient to keeping my kids alive and, well, I would like them not to die. Oh, hey kids. I just lit up your area to make sure it's all safe so none of you join your siblings in death. Hopefully I did a good enough job. Here, I'll give you a hug. Well, I have run out of torches now, and Astrid is still growing up. So, in the meantime, I'm going to continue working on building my children's rooms. Now, this next room, I would like it to be very baby blue themed. And so what I'm going to do is grab a cute little bunny plushie, a super cool blue drum set, some cute bedside cabinets, and I'd also like to get a painting, as well as some carpets. And so I'm going to set down the bedside cabinets, place the carpet on the floor, add this adorable blue painting, the drum set in this corner, and the plushie. No! The plushie is broken! No, that is so sad! Well, since the bunny plushie is busted, I'm going to have to make something new to put there. Oh, Astrid! Hello! Oh, you're alive! Oh, you're so cute! Okay, so, gotta pick you up and I have to take you inside, my dear. Here you go. Oh, you're so cute. I love the pink outfit. Anyways, to compensate for the malfunctioning bunny plushie, I'm going to instead grab this blue teddy bear and let's test it right here. Yes, it works. And honestly, I think I'm actually just going to put the teddy bear on the nightstand like so. And just like that, even though it's a bit simpler than the other rooms, this room is now complete. Now, this final room, which is going to be Noah's room, is actually going to be decorated around a single painting I found, and I really think it's funny. So I'm just going to reveal it to you guys and see what you think. And that is the painting that will be designated to this room. It is a masterpiece, and I think it fits Noah just right. So, now that we have the painting I would like this room to be themed around, what exactly am I going to do for the rest of the room's decorations? Well, there are these really cool looking little candles I could use, but to do that, I do need to make myself some candles, and to get candles, I need some honeycomb. Now, there are a couple of beehives I collected early in the series when I was growing some trees, and I don't remember if they have any honey in them, but there's only one way to find out, and so I'm just gonna set them right here. That one has honey. And so does this one. Perfect. And I don't want to kill the bees inside, so I'm going to really quickly craft myself some campfires. And now if I just set the campfires underneath the beehives, I can now get myself some honeycomb. And now with this honeycomb, I just put it in the crafting table with some string, and now I have 6 candles, and I'm going to dye them pink. Now I just need to put the candles on top of some iron ingots, and I have myself 6 pink candle holders. And these candle holders I'm going to set in front of this glorious painting. And I think the last thing I need to do to the candle holders is actually light them up. And ta-da! The candles are now lit. And for the other decorations in the room, I'm going to add a cute little carpet, a bedside table, and a cozy pink lamp. Now, the last thing I'd like to add to this room is actually a cute little cat plant pot. And for that, I need myself a fern. And so I'm just going to hop on Journey and quickly head to the local spruce forest. And now that I'm at the spruce forest, I just need to find myself some ferns. Oh, and there's one right here. Perfect. And now that I have the fern, I need to make myself some orange terracotta. And with this, I can finally make the adorable orange cat plant pot. And I think this would do very nicely in this corner right here. And just like that, Noah's room is complete, and we are finished with building rooms for the day. Now, before I can say that this area is complete, I actually still need to work on adding the wheat field and my potato farm up here. But before before I go on ahead and start working on the farm, I'm going to find Allison and we are going to make, hopefully, the final child of the episode. And this child is another baby girl of whom I'm going to name Carla. So I'm going to make myself an iron hoe and take a dive down to the river to collect myself some water. Now, up here, I'm going to get rid of this layer of stripped wood, and I'm going to fill up this little space with water. And now I'm going to plant as many potatoes as I can, and as these crops continue to grow, I'll expand it throughout the rest of this little area. Now, before I go on to the land here, I'm actually going to quickly build a path from the house all the way across the field, and this here is the path. So now I just need to get to tilling the land and planting a bunch of seeds. Okay, so I kind of forgot to start recording again. I finished building the field and I actually gave all my kids their own custom outfits. So Afsana over here has this adorable flower-themed farmer fit. Grant over here has some cute little flannel. Anthony is a cleric, so he has his fancy old suit. Noah also has a cute farmer's attire. And lastly, we've got Ruby, who also has just a really cute outfit. And I also completely forgot to record the part where little Carla became a toddler and she has pink eyes, which are so stinking cute. And oh my gosh, she is so precious. And little Astrid here has also grown up quite a bit, which is so cute. And I'm so excited to see them successfully grow up. Anyways, though, now that I have all of my babies and the farm has been created, I think this is the perfect point to end today's episode. So if you guys enjoyed, be sure to let me know by leaving a like and subscribe. Be sure to leave name and decoration ideas in the comments down below. And without further ado, thank you all so much for watching, and I guess I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!